All right, I want you to begin with the dream. Every agent is dreaming of the repeat and referral business model. We all want to get there. But the dream begins with understanding the importance of creating a massive database. And even when you got the repeat and referral business, the database itself is so vital to continuing to dominate your market territory and expand outside of it. Nowadays, people are realizing that social media is a necessary giant and an essential part of growing and expanding your business. 90% of agents are using Facebook marketing right now. And the second most used social media platform in the North America market is Instagram. Both of those need to be an essential part of your business. Why? Because every single person is there. Your friends, your family, your relatives, your mom, your dad, your clients, your future clients, your past clients, every generation, beginning with the millennials, Generation Y, X, baby boomers, they're sitting on Facebook. And if anything, the usage there is increasing. Actually, it increased by 80% from the beginning of COVID. So we're all in this world where we're looking on our phones. And the idea of this then comes down to making sure that you realize that you have to actually start with putting yourself in the shoes of your prospective client. What does that mean? Well, consider the social media platform, Facebook, for example. Everybody should begin with clicking on their own app. So as they click on their app on their Facebook smartphone per se, whether it's an Android or an iPhone, the first thing you do is their eyes are drawn into that little red notification. The notification being, hey, who's commenting or posting, or tagging me, or second, what messages am I receiving? That's where we usually go when we click on that Facebook app. But the second reaction is a scroll, and it's a mindless scroll really that's there for entertainment. So as we're scrolling down our Facebook feed, the first thing that catches our attention is the ad image itself. 70% of an ad success for a realtor to generate leads comes down to the image they're using, which has to be organic and native to that particular area. So if we're thinking 15 miles, we want to put in images that really captivate the intention. It could be local landmarks. It could be architectural styles of homes in that area. I've seen a great clock tower or welcome to sign work really well. Something that really says, that's me, I live in that area. Then the mind quickly reads the text surrounding that image, and boom, the click begins. And that click to contact is happening in milliseconds. So again, if we consider that this necessary powerhouse of social media where everybody is spending their time, including your competition, but most importantly, your clients, your past clients, your future clients, and people you've never met before, especially the people that you want to get in front of as you're increasing a presence and creating a natural way to grow a database. How do you do that? Well, you leverage things that provide value. So the example on the seller side is everybody wants to know their market value. They want to know the current home value. The buyer side, they're always looking for something that appeals to them. Right now, let's just say in this market, it is a downsizing ad. It is relevant to the times we're in. So they're looking for something that matters to them. And then the click itself reveals the connection to have an opportunity, which your byproduct is your lead conversion, okay? The lead conversion is not what we thought about traditionally. It has a lot more to do with the way you create conversations, which has everything to do with that moment they receive the value they were requesting, the list they were requesting per se, the PDF, whatever that is that you were giving away in that moment to cause them to click through. And so there has to be this authentic connection. You first give, and you provide value, and you provide coming from a place of contribution and education, and it's authentic and it's genuine and it has everything to do with being likable. And really being likable begins with giving, being generous, not only with your time, with your resources, and providing an experience. And you can provide experiences with video. You can provide experiences with mailers. You can provide experiences with little pop-by gifts and gestures. But also, as you're thinking about your email campaigns, your SMS campaigns, and really the way you follow up, you can provide incredible experiences by just providing value and nurture throughout those processes and education. So you're developing what we call the know, like, and trust model. So when you come out of that and understand that the key is not so much always the quantity of touches, but actually the quality of touches. And the quality of touches will often be defined by the beginning experience that you provide. Is that experience authentic? Does it connect with me? Because if it does, I will want to digest more of your content. And now this is where remarketing and retargeting comes in. So when you add in the elements of remarketing and retargeting, now you've got this world-class nurture model, because you've got, for example, you have a phenomenal way of creating leads, new opportunities, which are only as good as your ability to create conversations with those opportunities. But you're looking at a model that really can be under $5 a contact in many cases, and many more. And if you look at that model, now you're starting to see, wow, okay, now if I put an X amount of dollars into Facebook, I can see through this formula that I am producing X amount of leads. And if I produce X amount of leads, now I'm looking at, okay, what is my ability to create conversations? What is my ability to nurture, to qualify, and really, in many sense, put them in a smart plan campaign. And it's if you follow up that way, add in retargeting, remarketing. Now, as your database is growing, naturally, these appointments are arising, right? And you can look at ways to scale. You can look at ways to leverage, right? Certain integrations will help you. Things like video email, things like systems like HomeBot, for example, in the United States. Those are ways that you can bring very inexpensive integrations, but very high value feedback, and very easy ways to connect authentically, genuinely. And you look at the social media way of connecting, and then you look at the remarketing and retargeting. Before you know it, you have this world-class system. So that's the idea, that's the dream, that's the vision when you think about street text, right? And so you gotta set back, and sometimes this feels like a fire hose, and you gotta say, wow, that is a lot. And it absolutely is, but your journey begins with one step. And my challenge to you, to the community of street text, is begin with something as easy as saying, you know what, I'm going to start by attending the mastermind on Wednesdays. And if I can't make that meeting live, I'm going to watch the replay, no matter what. It's a non-negotiable. Because the goal that's delivered in the context of community, in the context of collaboration, where everybody comes together and discusses the experience from the way the ad's performing to the follow-up techniques, strategies, integrations people are using, and many more, overcoming objections, role play, you name it. You start realizing this all begins with the shift of my mindset is, wow, I need to create a follow-up system that is genuine, that's authentic, that is really made for the long term. It really doesn't matter whether this person is a seller right now or a buyer, because eventually they're going to be both. And they're just looking for someone that they can trust, someone that they can educate them, that can steer in the right direction, especially amidst these times we're in, right? Times of uncertainty, times of high anxiety, times where they look at the news and all they're being bombarded is fear, whether it's inflation, whether it's the economy, and you name it, right, guys? There's always going to be something, but it's your job to light up the feed. It's your job to light up their follow-up email, and just give them peace and give them a hopeful outlook on what's possible. And sometimes the news you need to give them is the news maybe that doesn't feel right, but it's the best for them, right? It's not the news necessarily that, hey, this is the right time to sell or this is the right time to buy. Because if you're generally concerned and you're in this for relationships and you're in this to build that long-term relationship with that person, then you want to give them the best news possible, the best case for them and their family. And in that in itself, that integrity that you live by, that will last a lifetime. And that's where it's going to be building the repeat and referral model. So I want to encourage everybody today. I know this was a little bit longer video. But thank you for letting me sharing. If you ever have any questions about this, let me know. Street Text is there for you. We have a dedicated group of support, of guides, of a team at Street Text that's there to help you, whether it's on lead conversion, whether it's lead generation, whether it's on automations, scripts, strategies, any support issues. We're there for you. We're there to help make this a long-term solution for you. And make sure you also are all aware of the remarketing and retargeting campaign that is available now within Street Text. Everybody should be adding that element into their business. Thanks for letting me share.